Hey guys, welcome back to the CulePodcast. Welcome back to another video. On today's video, we're going to be talking about Frenkie De Jong. We're going to be talking about Alex Baena, and then as well, we're going to be talking about Fermin Lopez. But guys, before I get started on the video, make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. Everything's posted down below in the description. Go over there and check me out. That way you guys can stay up to date with everything that I do on the channel. Guys, let's get straight into the video and let's talk about Frenkie De Jong. Because if you guys don't know, Barcelona, they were in communication with Frenkie De Jong for a contract renewal. As we do know, his contract is ending in the summer of 2026. And so, he has like a couple years left in his contract. And the thing is that Frenkie De Jong, he hasn't responded to that contract, renewal proposal from Barcelona. And the report from Sports is saying at this current point in time, Frenkie De Jong, he has no intention of renewing, and he doesn't want to leave the club. And so this is creating a huge problem for Barcelona because I recent reports and recent words from the Barcelona board, they were actually contemplating not only selling Frankie De Jong from a financial perspective, but for also the performances that he puts in the biggest of games, and that was actually the first time that Barcelona they were having this discussion. And so since Frenkie De Jong, he's received so much backlash, from sometimes the media, the Frenkie De Jong saga, it's been happening quite a while. It seems that Frenkie De Jong, he just wants to basically keep that contract. And that report from Sports saying that he has zero incentive to leave Barcelona and he doesn't want to renegotiate his contract. It's going to create a big problem because we cannot afford having Frenkie De Jong leave on a free, because you understand we have this season, we complete this upcoming season, and Frankie De Jong is going to be entering in the final year of his contract. In no way can that be allowed to happen. We paid, what is it, 80, 90 million euros for Frankie De Jong. We're paying Bartomeu level wages still for Frankie De Jong. He's the highest earner in our books. Still, I believe it's roughly like 37 million euros, so something like that. Just insane amounts of money that Frankie De Jong is earning. And the thing is, in Barcelona's situation, we can't afford to let such a high earning asset, leave on a free. It's this simple. It's either we renegotiate that contract this summer and he stays until 2027, 2028, or we sell him. That's basically the bottom line of the whole Frankie De Jong situation. And, my thoughts on the whole Frankie De Jong situation is, if there's a huge offer coming in, if there's an offer for 80, 90, 100 million euros, I'm taking that. I understand Frenkie De Jong is a fantastic player. Just, I don't think he's been able to show his best level at Barcelona. That Ajax, Frenkie De Jong, we just haven't been able to see him. He has put in some fantastic performances before, but in the biggest of games, that it leaves much to be desired. But guys, definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on the whole Frenkie De Jong situation. Would you guys be looking to sell, or would you guys be trying to basically convince him to stay at the club? But now, guys, talking about Fermin Lopez, bringing some good news. Barcelona, they're working on a contract renewal for Fermin Lopez. Xavi and Barcelona right now, they view Fermin Lopez as basically an untouchable or non-transferable, and they have 100% faith on him, and they do not want him to leave whatsoever. They are counting him for next season, and I think this is fantastic news. I think Fermin Lopez, he's been an absolute gem throughout this season, scoring in some very key goals. He scored in El Clasico, he scored in the game against Napoli, he scored against Atletico Madrid. Fermin Lopez, coming off the bench or in the games that he's been starting, he's been that midfielder, just having those runs inside the box that creates danger, sort of like a Gavi replacement, but still, Fermin Lopez has been an absolute wonderful player in the time that he's been playing for Barcelona up so far. And Barcelona, they're looking to, have that contract extended until 2028 or 2029. And, this is fantastic news. We want to keep our talented youngsters at Barcelona. And, Fermin Lopez is a player that I really do like, and he is a Barcelona fan. He feels the pain that we do as well when we sometimes don't win, and hopefully we get that contract renewal over the line, and we are able to secure a gem of a player. But now, guys, talking about Alex Baena, I was about to say Liverpool, but a Villarreal player. This is actually a player that both Xavi and Deco in the sporting department, they've actually been keeping an eye on. Now, this isn't, that Barcelona, that they're going to be making Alex Baena a priority, because this isn't the case. But Deco recently met with Joshua Barnett, who is Alex Baena's agent, and they just basically been in contact, just seeing his availability, seeing if Baena would like to come to Barcelona. As of right now, his release clause is 60 million euros, which by no means should Barcelona pay that. His market value as of right now is 25 million euros, and so if Barcelona pay those 60 million euros, then just end it all right here. But he is a player who Barcelona are keeping an eye on. He's sort of like an attacking midfielder who can play on the flanks, but his best role is in that like sort of number 10 position. And it's interesting to see that Barcelona, they're looking for these type of profiles, Xavi Simons, a Bernardo Silva, and Alex Baena, these type of players who can basically play as that number 10 or just come from the wings. And my thoughts on Alex Baena is I think he's a wonderful player. If we can get him on a cheap, if we can get him for a couple million, maybe 10, 15 million euros, I think that'd be fantastic. But paying his release clause, paying 60 million, I think that's an absurd amount of money. But this is just a player that both Xavi and Deco, they're just keeping an eye on. They're just seeing, hey, if one of our big players leave, such as Frenkie De Jong, Alex Baena, he could be a signing that Barcelona can make. But are you guys in agreement with Xavi and Deco? Are you guys a fan of Alex Baena? I've only seen like very little of him. I've seen him in the games he's played against Barca, against Real Madrid, and he has impressed in those games. But still, we haven't seen him enough to basically say, hey, he warrants that 60 million price tag. But guys, that was it for the video for today. Definitely let me know your guys' thoughts on everything that I discussed on today's video. Frenkie De Jong at risk of not renewing with Barcelona, and what do you guys make of Fermin Lopez contract renewal on the horizon? But guys, thank you guys all for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video.